Intermittent fasting sounds powerful, but is it actually good for you? In this video, I'll clearly explain how intermittent fasting works, the real benefits, and the risks you should know before trying it. No hype, just facts. What is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting is not a diet in the traditional sense. It is an eating pattern that cycles between periods of eating and fasting. Unlike typical diets that focus on what you eat, intermittent fasting focuses on when you eat. There are several popular methods. The 16-8 method involves fasting for 16 hours and eating during an 8-hour window. For example, you might eat between noon and 8 p.m., then fast until noon the next day. The 5-2 method means eating normally for 5 days a week and restricting calories to about 500 to 600 on the other 2 days. The Eat-Stop-Eat approach involves a 24-hour fast once or twice a week. Alternate day fasting is another method where you alternate between fasting days and eating days. During fasting periods, you consume little to no calories. The water, black coffee, and unsweetened tea are usually allowed. Some people also include bone broth during their fasting window. The idea is to give your body a break from constant digestion and allow it to tap into stored energy. This approach has roots in human evolution, as our ancestors often went long periods without food. How does intermittent fasting work? When you eat, your body primarily relies on glucose from the food as its main source of energy. Glucose is quickly absorbed into your bloodstream and used by your cells to fuel everything from basic bodily functions to physical activity. Any glucose that isn't immediately needed is stored as glycogen in your liver and muscles. These glycogen stores act like a short-term energy reserve, ready to be tapped when your body needs extra fuel between meals. After several hours without eating, typically around 12 hours, these glycogen stores start to become depleted. This marks the transition into a fasted state, when your body shifts from using glucose to burning fat for energy. This metabolic switch is one of the key mechanisms behind the benefits of intermittent fasting. As your body taps into stored fat, it produces molecules called ketones, which serve as an alternative fuel source, particularly for your brain. Ketones provide a steady, efficient supply of energy that can improve mental clarity and help prevent the energy spikes and crashes associated with high-sugar meals. Fasting also triggers a number of important cellular processes that support long-term health. One of the most notable is autophagy, a natural cellular cleanup mechanism where old, damaged, or malfunctioning cellular components are broken down and recycled. Think of it as your body taking out the trash at a microscopic level. Autophagy has been linked to longevity and may help protect against age-related diseases and chronic conditions. Hormonal changes during fasting also contribute to its benefits. Insulin levels drop, which helps your body access stored fat more easily for energy. At the same time, human growth hormone, HGH, levels can increase, promoting fat burning and helping to preserve lean muscle mass. Additionally, fasting induces changes in gene expression that are associated with increased longevity and enhanced disease resistance. The fasted state isn't just about burning calories. It's a complex physiological process that shifts your metabolism, supports cellular repair, and optimizes energy use. By giving your body these periods without food, you allow it to become more efficient at burning fat, producing ketones, and maintaining overall cellular health. Over time, these metabolic and cellular adaptations are thought to contribute to better energy regulation, improved body composition, and even longer-term health benefits. Health benefits of intermittent fasting. Research increasingly suggests that intermittent fasting, a pattern of eating that alternates between periods of eating and periods of fasting, may offer a wide range of health benefits for both the body and mind. One of the most commonly cited reasons people adopt intermittent fasting is for weight loss. By restricting the window of time during which you eat, many individuals naturally consume fewer calories without having to consciously count them. Beyond simple calorie reduction, fasting appears to influence metabolism. It can boost the body's metabolic rate slightly, enhance the breakdown of stored fat for energy, and increase fat burning, especially in stubborn areas like the abdominal region. Preserving muscle mass while losing fat is another important factor, as studies indicate that intermittent fasting can help reduce belly fat while maintaining lean muscle tissue. This is particularly significant because excess belly fat, often called visceral fat, is linked to a higher risk of serious health issues, including heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and inflammation. Another key benefit of intermittent fasting is its potential effect on insulin sensitivity. During fasting periods, insulin levels drop significantly, which allows your body to use stored glucose more efficiently and helps prevent excessive fat storage. This decrease in insulin and improvement in insulin sensitivity can lower the risk of type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. Research has shown that intermittent fasting may reduce fasting blood sugar levels and improve the body's response to insulin, which makes it a promising approach for individuals at risk of developing these metabolic disorders. Heart health is another area where intermittent fasting may have positive effects. Multiple studies suggest that fasting can reduce several risk factors associated with cardiovascular disease. These include lowering levels of LDL cholesterol, often referred to as bad cholesterol, triglycerides, blood pressure, and markers of inflammation. By improving these markers, intermittent fasting may contribute to better overall heart health and potentially reduce the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular events. In addition to physical health, intermittent fasting may also benefit brain health. Research indicates that fasting can increase the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that plays a critical role in maintaining healthy brain function. BDNF supports learning, memory, and cognitive performance, and may offer protection against neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Intermittent fasting may also reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain, both of which are linked to cognitive decline. Some studies in animals even suggest that intermittent fasting could extend lifespan and delay the onset of age-related diseases, though more research is needed to confirm these effects in humans. Beyond measurable physiological effects, many people report improved mental clarity and focus during fasting periods once their bodies adapt to the routine. Some attribute this to the stabilization of blood sugar levels, reduced digestive demands, and changes in brain chemistry that enhance alertness and concentration. Overall, intermittent fasting appears to offer a holistic set of benefits, impacting weight management, metabolic health, heart function, brain performance, and possibly longevity, making it an increasingly popular approach for improving overall wellness. Potential risks and side effects. While intermittent fasting offers many potential health benefits, it is important to understand that it is not suitable for everyone and may come with certain side effects or challenges. One of the most common difficulties people experience when starting intermittent fasting is hunger and food cravings. It can take time for your body to adapt to a new eating schedule, and the first few days or weeks may feel uncomfortable as your body adjusts to longer periods without food. Some individuals may also experience fatigue, headaches, or difficulty concentrating during fasting periods, especially in the beginning. These side effects often subside as your body adapts, but they can be discouraging for some people. For individuals with a history of eating disorders, intermittent fasting may pose additional risks. The emphasis on strict eating windows and restricting food intake can trigger unhealthy behaviors, such as binging or obsessive thoughts about food. Therefore, this approach should be approached with caution or avoided entirely by anyone who has struggled with disordered eating. Pregnant or breastfeeding women should also avoid intermittent fasting, as they require consistent, balanced nutrition to support both their own health and the development of their baby. Restricting food during these critical periods may compromise nutrient intake and overall well-being. People with certain medical conditions need to be especially careful. For example, individuals with diabetes, low blood pressure, or hormonal imbalances should consult a healthcare professional before attempting intermittent fasting. Fasting can cause fluctuations in blood sugar levels and may interfere with medications or ongoing treatments. Who should try intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting, (IF), can be a helpful approach for many healthy adults who want to lose weight, improve metabolic health, or simply make their eating routine easier to manage. It's particularly effective for those who can maintain a consistent eating and fasting schedule, as consistency helps the body adapt and regulate hunger, energy levels, and blood sugar more efficiently. However, intermittent fasting is not suitable for everyone, and there are some important precautions to keep in mind. Children and teenagers, who are still growing, need regular meals to support healthy development, so it is generally not recommended for them. Similarly, pregnant or breastfeeding women require steady nutrition to support themselves and their baby, making fasting risky during these times. Individuals with a history of eating disorders should avoid intermittent fasting, as strict eating schedules could trigger unhealthy patterns. People with chronic health conditions, such as diabetes or heart disease, should always consult a healthcare provider before starting, since fasting may affect medications or blood sugar management. If you decide to try intermittent fasting, it's best to start gradually. For example, you might begin with a 12-hour fasting window, say from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., and then slowly extend it as your body adapts. This allows your metabolism, hunger signals, and energy levels to adjust without causing unnecessary stress or fatigue. During this adjustment period, it's important to pay close attention to how you feel. Feeling excessively tired, dizzy, or irritable may be a sign that the fasting schedule needs modification. The ultimate goal is to find an eating pattern that works for you, one that supports your health, fits comfortably in your lifestyle, and is sustainable over time. Intermittent fasting isn't a one-size-fits-all solution, but when approached thoughtfully, it can provide benefits such as better energy control, improved focus, and potentially reduced risk factors for certain metabolic conditions. The key is to be patient with yourself, start slowly, and make adjustments based on your body's needs, rather than forcing a strict schedule that doesn't feel right. Tips for success with intermittent fasting. If you want to make intermittent fasting effective and sustainable, there are several strategies that can help you get the best results while staying healthy and energized. First and foremost, staying hydrated is essential. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day not only supports overall health, but can also help reduce hunger during fasting hours. Herbal teas or black coffee are additional options that can curb appetite without breaking your fast. What you eat during your eating window is just as important as the fasting itself. Focus on nutrient-dense foods that provide lasting energy. Prioritize lean proteins, healthy fats, and high-fiber foods like vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. These foods keep you feeling full longer and help stabilize your blood sugar. Avoid processed foods, refined carbs, and excess sugar, as these can lead to energy crashes, stronger cravings, and may make fasting more difficult to maintain. Consistency is key when it comes to intermittent fasting. Following the same fasting and eating schedule each day helps your body adapt more easily and efficiently. Over time, your body will get used to this rhythm, and hunger pangs during fasting periods will likely decrease. It's also important to listen to your body. If you feel dizzy, overly fatigued, or unwell, intermittent fasting may not be suitable for you, or you might need to adjust the fasting window. Everyone's body responds differently, and it's essential to prioritize your health above strict adherence. Combining intermittent fasting with regular exercise can be beneficial, but you may need to adjust your workouts depending on when you train. For example, intense exercise might be more manageable during your eating window or after a small meal, while lighter workouts like walking or yoga can often be done during fasting periods. Paying attention to your energy levels and adjusting your routine accordingly will help you stick with intermittent fasting without feeling drained or deprived. When done thoughtfully, intermittent fasting can support weight management, improve energy regulation, and even provide some metabolic benefits. But the key is to approach it in a balanced, mindful way that fits your lifestyle and supports your overall well-being. So, is intermittent fasting right for you? If this helped you understand it better, hit like and subscribe for more simple, science-based health videos. Watch the next one for more tips that actually make a difference.